morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are joined by our money mindset coach, Ms. Caren. But before we go there, I want to introduce my co-host, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And as you can see, she's over there doing some tech stuff. Because of her, we are on multiple platforms. We are now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We have several podcast opportunities. So you can get to us in multiple ways. Try to fit us in sometime during your day because we've always got some nuggets for you. And so I bring to you today Miss Caren Fern, all the way from Toronto, Canada. She is our money mindset coach. And she's here with her Island Girl Hustle to tell you how to make $1 out of 15 cents. So you need to pay attention because today we're going to be talking about sales. And we're in business to make money, folks, for whatever reason, but hopefully so we can bless others. You know, the poor can't help the poor. So let's pay attention, get your pads out, and be ready to take some notes. Welcome, Caren. How you doing today?
I am fabulous. I'm great. I'm excited for this series. You know, as Caren said, I'm a money mindset coach. And what that means is I help you understand how money works, get your mind to adjust to the idea that no matter where you are at this very moment, if you desire to dream big and get to where you want to go, that's what we work on. We work on the shift. We really work on the shift of taking from where you are to where you want to be. And I call it from bewilderment to achievement. And because this month we're talking about sales, last month we talked about budgeting. And when you start with your sales and you make everything happen because you had the budget set up already, and I talked about having money, having regular income, having no income, still need that budget, which we're calling the happiness plan.
Thank you.
You see? I love it, word, right? So when you make your money, you understand where it goes. We're not scrambling. And so it doesn't disappear from you. You kind of have jobs for it. You know where it's going, what it's going to do. And this month, we're going to be looking at sales. And we're going to be looking especially as women sales. I mean, we got some men in the mix, and yes, you know, men sell anyway. But for women, it's kind of one of the hard places that we literally put ourselves in. So I'm going to focus a lot on women. And I'm going to talk a little bit of in-person sales, and I'm going to talk about online sales. And today, I'm going to really start off with in-person sales. I think I'm going to do a real good segment on that, because when you develop those in-person skills, it's a different beast online for sure, but it gives you some confidence knowing that you understand some things about people. So you're able to bring it in. And I'll tell you how to transition. So we do all that. Without any further ado, though, I am going to tell you about my business up front because we're talking about sales. So let me do some selling here right now, okay? I'm a coach. And so to come spend some time with me, 40 to 30 minutes, what you get is I let you talk to me for 10 minutes, and then I want you to walk away with something that you could actually go and implement within the 30 minutes of talking to me. Now, again, I want you to go do it. So I can't make you, and I can't do it for you. You have to take the time to go do it. And you'll be doing that so that you come back to me and work for 6 months to a year, getting you to the place you really want to be. And again, it's hard work. It's not impossible. If you wanted to make $1 million for the year, you can. You're just going to have to work at it. It's very simple. There's no shortcuts. There is really no shortcuts. I know you think there is. And there's shortcuts in terms of I'm going to give you things to do that you might not have thought of. And I'm going to pull things out inside of you so that shortens the time span. But there's no shortcut in the work that you have to do. There's no magic pill, no magic wand.
No magic bullet?
No magic bullet. Because the magic bullet that we still have to cut up the fruits and drop it in there to get the juice out of the magic bullet. It still doesn't just do it if you put it in foods.
Well, Caren, I want you to know that I was working on and I called it a happiness plan And it was so much easier for me to look at it.
Beautiful. That's all I want. Like,
I was like, oh no, that's not what that is. This is my happiness plan.
Yes, yes.
And if I'm going to get the happiness, I need a financial plan.
Oh, girl.
I mean, I got a new attitude.
I got a new attitude.
Just based on that language.
And there we go. That's the shift. That's the shift. That's one of the shifts.
Different feeling.
Yeah. It makes you want to do it.
That's it. It invoked a different emotion.
In you. Yeah. And if you're not ready yet for me, next Monday, I have a challenge coming up on the deep journal to get whatever you want. And then we're going to move into money management. And those are just little email segments that I'm going to be doing with people just so they can get a taste of me and just to also see how they can feel when it comes to them. And actually, there's a lot of action taking you have to do. I'm not going to give you no big, long thing. I don't believe in that. I believe in getting to the point, having you do the work, coming back, asking for me to have a look over or give you some ideas and move on with it. Because if you're stuck too much in that, you don't get very far.
Yes, I like the being set up for success.
Yeah, that's it, man. Nobody's trying to.
If it's in increments, then I can be successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you don't want to feel like it's too much and I can't do it. The paralysis and the procrastination we talk about Monday, the self-sabotage, is because we feel we have so much to do. And we keep thinking, I can't get it all done. When in fact, you can. It just have to be set up in a way that you can
one bite at a time.
Yes. So our topic today is sales. What is it really? Like, what is really sales? I mean, we know it. We say we know it, but I'm going to come and talk about it. So I have to ask the question. And then I have the answer. Selling is helping people discover if they want, that's in the front door, or need what you are selling. And you say in the front door because the front door is bringing people in as they want. Deep down, they know that they need it, but they're coming in as if they want it, right? And once we have them in there, we give them the work, and that's getting into the back door as the need, because want is so temporary. Your want is so temporary. You see a shoe, you love it, you want it. And sometimes you get home, you're like, why did I buy the shoes? You understand? But at the time, the color, the style, the wedge, I mean, you can imagine yourself in clothes you don't even have that's matching the shoes if you got a good salesperson. And then you get the hero you want the shoes, right? But they have figured out how to capture you. So for sales, there's a list of things to cover, but I'm going to cover today only four, because I don't want to deal with overwhelm enough people. Preparation, prospecting, creating a relationship, and assisting your buyer. Those are the four we're going to cover. Preparation. What is preparation? Preparation is simply product knowledge. You got to know your product. Part of clarity. You got to know your product. You cannot sell anybody anything without understanding the product. Because people are going to ask you questions that you might even think about. Now, you can go away, investigate, research, and come back. But you got to know something about it. Like, I can sell you a vacuum, those high-end vacuum for thousands of dollars, without being able to explain it to you. If not, you're not going to buy it. So I need to know my product. And I understand that when I come and tell you about a vacuum, you're not going to buy the vacuum right away. Like, I have to prepare myself for that. That's part of my preparation. One of the scariest things for salespeople that's new to sales, we get offended or we get frightened when people don't buy right away. But people are just waiting and testing. So that's all part of your preparation. Part of it is knowing your product, so you have knowledge of it. Preparation in yourself, so you could understand and withstand the no's and the I'm not ready yet, and I'm confused as to why I would need it. And there's 100 other people selling, so why I should buy from you. All those are the kind of preparations you want to have inside your head. So if anything, you ask yourself the question, am I ready to sell this product? And it sounds like crazy to be asking yourself, am I ready to sell this product when I love it? I know it is my baby child. What are you talking about, Caren? Yes, am I to prepare to sell this product? Because I can cook up a storm, I can bake anything. But here's the thing, there's a lot of gluten-free people. There's a lot of people coming off of sugar. And so if I was going to sell them on my stuff, be able to talk to them about why sweetening the tooth for, once a month is not a bad thing, or why, having this thing done made from home, it's better for you than the wholesale package, because although I'm dealing with sugar and wheat, I am taking into consideration, so I'm lessening the amount. So I would have to have all those conversations for people to want to buy my product. Now, that doesn't mean I wouldn't want to think about having a product that is suited to my less sugar people and to the no flour people, no wheat people. So I would have that into consideration. But I would have to have that conversation, because suppose now I'm talking to somebody who has no problem, but they want to buy for their mom who can't have the wheat. We would be talking and the conversation would come up, and I would probably say, but I do have the no flour cookies, or I'm sweetening these cookies with applesauce instead of sugar. And I didn't buy the applesauce. I myself know people who go into the farm, so I get apples. I make my own applesauce. So it's through and through organic. It's fresh, And now we're into conversation. We are having a talk. Now, they might buy nothing from me. I can't panic or be worried, because most of those people that bought nothing send me 2 or 3 clients after. Just based on what we were talking about. It's like human conversation. I remember this girl and I talking, right? And she hated what the guy was doing. Yeah, she was telling me, he fixed his fence. She was recommending him without even recognizing. She was recommending him as a fence builder, even though she was annoyed with him with something else. It's just in us to do. This is an unconscious thought. And I said to her, you do know you're sending him business. And she says, what? He's like, well, I don't hate him. Well, we do this all the time. I just wanted her to recognize it at the time, because we're business people together. So she's really stinking at sales. And that's why I wanted her to recognize how people recommend people to others without understanding they're doing it. So that's why you need to be prepared. So I wouldn't want to come on this show. I'll pull my hair up in a couple of plaits, my hair, bro. And I could just come on here and don't care how I look. My mom laughs at me all the time. I have to see I gotta look good. Whether my braids are in, whether I ball my hair, whether I color my hair, I want to be presented well. I come on the camera when I go out. I work from home, so I dress well, unless it's a down day. And then I know in my head, this is a down day, and so I'm not accepting my family. I'm always aware in my head space of what's happening. And that's part of preparation. So if you live in your home, you're like, I want to go out and sell. I'm going to go sell today. I mean, I don't know. I know anybody's not going to buy anything from me, but I'm still going to go. You ain't selling anything. There's no sale happening. Now, if you say to me, but Caren, I go with intent all the time and people still don't buy. No, you lie. You lie. When you go out with the intention to sell something, even if you didn't sell, you will meet a prospect that you can reach back to sell them something. Because the people will present themselves to you. It's your job to be prepared with the knowledge of your product so that you can talk to them about it. And prospecting is just networking. You can do it in a paid situation. You can do it for free. You could literally network. And people don't talk about this part of networking. It's part of like people watching. You watch people, you see what they're looking like. You see that there are people you can talk to. You strike up a conversation. And if you have a business card, you can give it to them. Or you ask, could I call you? Nothing is wrong with asking somebody, could I call you? You can ask people that question. You're not creepy because you've told them why. So when you ask them, if you call them, they know it's not to stop them. It's because, you're selling Avon, Mary Kay, water. I don't care what you're selling. You're selling something, and that's why you want to have a conversation. You can also say to them, I'm not going to sell you anything. I just wanted to give you information of the things I carry. Put them at ease. And that's networking. So networking don't have to be in closed corner, in a situation where you're at a coffee shop or you're at a, some kind of venue. It can happen organically when you go to the mall, but you still have to go with the intention. I am going to the mall for 2 days straight, and I'm going to go, to different stores and do whatever I'm going to do. But part of my excursion involved an hour or two of prospecting, which is networking. And actually do it. Don't go there and get frightened and get yourself buying a whole bunch of crap you don't need. Make sure you put in those 2 hours, because you're going to feel better and satisfied when you come home versus buying 2 bags of stuff, but you spoke to no one. And let me just take the pressure off of you. Don't try going talking to people. You have the intention inside, but your job is to be as friendly as possible and smile with who's smiling with you, and encourage other people to smile with you when you first smile at them. And that could be anybody, the cashiers, you know, somebody at the bank if you went into the bank, or somebody you pass by, or somebody you help. Be aware. Be present in the moment. Don't worry about how much sales you didn't make yesterday and how much sales you're going to make tomorrow. Be present, because you went out to network for 2 hours. And when your 2 hours are up, if you decide to chunk them together, breathe, have a coffee, have a tea, get a bottle of water, and now just chill because you did your 2 hours. Now, if somebody comes sit on a bench next to you and you strike up a conversation, nothing's wrong with talking to them too, but you're done. Your 2 hours are done, and you're okay to now socialize and do whatever you like. And I'm saying this because usually we get stuck in the idea of us networking like we are here on Zoom, or we're networking because we went to a conference, or we went to, we got invited, but you could network on your own. And here's the other part I want you to really do in perspective. I want you, before you leave home, I want you to either go to Google Calendar or draw it up with pen and paper. I don't care where you do it, but I want you to put it down. So you will list where you're going. So the mall's name. You list the time that you decide you're going to be networking for, the people you meet. And I would love you to have a clipboard where you're writing this down, so you're not leaving everything to memory, and then you get home, you don't have this stuff. And then you come back in and you write regular notes for yourself. Like I meet Irene, and if she gives you her number, you put her number in, and we talk about X, Y, and Z. And so now that's for your record. And over time, you will see which mall, which strip mall, where you've been is more fruitful. And you start developing your sales plan and how you gain people. This is your research. This is your preparation. This is all this thing wrapped up in one. And you become a sales powerhouse. Why do you want to become a sales powerhouse? Because eventually, this is my thought, train of thought always, any and everything you do, you're supposed to be able to package it up, either to give away or to sell it back. This is gold. This is time that you're taking out of your day to get to this place, and somebody else, you're going to help them take a shorter road because you've learned some things along the way. That's what teaching is about.
Nice. So this is preparation, knowing your product, and then you go out with intent. These are my notes here, but you go out with the intention of selling for a walk.
Yes.
You're going out with the intention for selling.
Yes.
And network can happen organically. It doesn't have to be robotic. It can happen organically. And okay, I like putting in 2 hours on the days. So setting aside that day, or whatever it is, maybe, I don't know if you're doing once a week, or maybe you're starting out, you can kind of start slow, do it once a week, but you're going out there for at least 2 hours. You're going to be friendly. You're going to smile, be aware, and be present in the moment. And I like listing down where I'm going.
Yes, because you have to keep record. That's the only way you can track and you can know your progress and know if those are slim. It's slim where you are. Also, your days that you choose. And the reason I say 2 hours is because you're not going to be on it for 2 hours straight. You're going to do it. You can take a breath. And I want you to have enough time within the 2 hours that you talk to X amount of people, and you're not feeling like every 5 minutes I need to talk to somebody. I really want it to be a pleasant situation, because if it's not, you're not going to do it on day 2, and you're not going to do it on day 4. So that's why it has to be you grooming yourself into it. But when you know your product, it's easy to talk to people about it. It's really easy to have a conversation about it. You can talk to people easily when you know your product. That's You know, if you get into a store and you meet a really great sales girl, and this is my daughter, but I'm going to boost her up right now. My daughter is a great sales girl. She loves working in retail. Don't know why. She loves working in retail, okay? And she is good at her job just because she knows to have a really good conversation. That's why she's good at her job. She sells. Most jobs she gets is because somebody come and see her, and then they recommend her to another store, to another store. That's how she ended up getting somebody see her out when she was just before, you know, she's pregnant. She got she's manager because people have seen what she's doing. She'll come to the store, and if you were making $2 grand a day, once Petra hit that store, you probably at $4 to $5 grand a week. She knows how to sell, and she's not pushing. She's an easy salesperson, and you want to buy from her. You want to come back and buy from her. I mean, she's got customers who send her email. She'll be at a job, and within a couple of weeks, you know, the head office is hearing about her. And she left, and they're like, "Why did you let her go?" And they're like, "We didn't let her go. She left." They come back looking for her. She's good at what she does, but that's because she takes time. My daughter will come get a job, come home, and she'll spend it there too, just reading the manuals, understanding the company, researching them, finding out what they're about. She does that before she gets a job. But when she's in it, she really literally come home with all those papers and read it and understand the culture. And what she doesn't know, she'll get back to the company and say, "Listen, this doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you guys doing X, Y, and Z? Explain it to me." She'll reach out to them because this is what she loves to do. She loves to sell in person. But it's a learned skill. She didn't go into there. She didn't went to school to learn this stuff. You know, she said she learned some stuff from me. But this other part of her, you know, it grows from time, from practicing and doing. Because sometimes you do things and you don't even realize your kids are watching. And
modeling, yes.
Yeah. And so she does well, and she brings up everybody's sales, of course. Who doesn't want her in their storefront? Because retail talk to each other. I didn't even know that, you know. We were talking about the other day. She said, "Mom, they talk to each other. Supervisors talk to each other. And if they hear that this, you know, that their store is doing well, then they're like, what happened?"
Oh,
not right back in there, because what I talk about is things I've done. I've practiced, do it, watch it, and grow from it. Like, literally do it. Most things that you girls know that's for, but for people who's going to be on the replay or listen to this later or join us later, I'm very a practical person, and I teach what I do. I don't want to pull it out of the air or read a book. I do that too. I research, and I read a book about women sellers, so I'm taking some research from that, and I got a little part I want to talk about that book, but a lot of things I myself do. And I know it's not easy initially, but I know it gets easier as you go along. And once you decide this is what you're going to do to get you to the place you need to be, you're going to find that there's other people in the mall doing this, but you didn't know that they were doing it before because you weren't paying attention. You weren't the smiley girl. You weren't the people that are coming up to you. and you don't know. And when you find eventually, before I get to the other two, when you find somebody that is interested, get back to you, and you actually sell them something, you need to interview that person because you want to really work on their personality. If you like them and the business went smooth, that is part of you getting your avatar right. You know, online is great, but when you get it in person right, online, you find those people easier. It's like we say, when you buy a red car, you see everybody in a red car. When I went blonde, I saw more blonde people. They were there all the time, but I wasn't paying attention to them, right? Because I was blonde at the time. And so when you get into this, you're going to find people. People are going to come up to you, and you're going to have a camaraderie, and you're going to start talking to them. It's not going to happen right away, but you'll notice it happening. When you go to a network meetup, you're attracted to the people who are attracted to you. That's just common. You know, even if you don't notice, that's what happens. So this is just you and your own doing it. And eventually, I mean, you girls are halfway there. You girls do your first Mondays, so you're attracting people already. You're doing this stuff already, right? It's part of what you're doing. This here is just on a one-on-one basis, and it's just good to test you and push you and get you a little bit out of your comfort zone to do something new and better. That's what sales is about. Forever, we've been, you know, men who's in sales, not women. And it's such a lie because we can sell anybody as a woman anything. We don't think so, but we sell our children on things that is very not true. We sell our husbands on ideas. They might think it's their flowers. We sell them on the idea. They might think that they were going to marry to us, but we had known they were going to marry to us. But they think it's their idea. We're good salespeople, but we are not cheered on as good salespeople. Mm-hmm. So we don't know that we are, but we really are good salespeople. I've been a good saleswoman, and I would have never called myself a couple years ago a good salesperson. I sell, but I wouldn't see myself as great in sales. You know, my kids see me great in sales. Friends will tell me I could sell anything to them, and I was like, no. My mom would say you can sell anything, but I didn't see myself as a great sales lady. Mm-hmm. I sell, but I didn't see myself. You know, and I was in this group, and this gentleman from Boston, he said, how come you're not in sales? Like, and we were on Zoom together in a class, and he's like, are you sure you're not in sales? I'm like, no, I do money in mindset. He's like, yeah, I do sales, and I don't do half of that stuff. That is what you should be doing, you know? Because people see other things from you that you don't see for yourself.
People do see the genius in others.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay, so what's the next? I think you said there are 3 points today, or?
We're doing 4 points today.
Okay.
So number 3 is creating a relationship. And I touched a little bit on it, but I'm going to go a little deeper. So number 3 is creating a relationship. And that simply means is your communication and developing. If you don't have people skills, if you do have them already, you're good. And if you don't, if you're going to say, well, I don't have those, then you're going to have to go learn something. Read up about it. You want to read a lot of readership books. I love Maxwell. There's quite a few books that I could recommend. I'll have to look them up. That is really good on helping you with that sort of stuff. But it's just simple communication. And if you haven't communicated yet, if you're selling, you better be communicating because that's the only way you sell. And if you don't know how to, then it's simply starting off a conversation. Here's what I like about communication. If you're not sure what to talk about, you write a sentence out and you enlarge in that sentence. That is written communication. I understand. But you can find somebody that you know and practice with them. And that's how you get better at it. There's no way. Do it. A natural conversationalist, self-included. If you're not a natural conversationalist, like my mom, that she's
out of conversationalist.
Oh, the poor lady, she had me. Which means I talk her ears off until she started. And also we had a cousin who just come. I had 2 cousins who come visit my mom when we were younger. And they would come and sit on her bathroom and they would chatter up. And this is my mom. Yes, girl. I agree, girl. You know, you're right, girl. I never know why my two cousins, they love her so much, they'll just come chat with her. All the way from the country, they'll come chat with her. And I used to say when they go, I'm like, Mom, you know, you didn't say much. She's like, yes, I did. I'm like, this was your response. Yes, girl. You're right, girl. I know that's what my mother said. Could you believe it? Those were her answers.
You know, I had an aunt like that. Her response was, you'd say something, she'd go, my. Is that right? No. Really? I mean, one, and I'm like,
and people usually keep talking with that one.
it just kept right on top. I'm like, oh, Annie never says anything but my.
You know, up to this day, sometimes I'll tell her stuff and she says, that didn't happen. I'm like, yeah, I was like having a full-fledged back and forth with the people in my head, of course, because, you know, those days you didn't talk in the big conversation, but in my head, I was like, answering them. Why wouldn't she? And then they leave. I said, but you should have asked this, this, and this. She's like, why? I don't need to know. I'm like, Mom, when they come back, you should find out this.
See, I like that. I don't need to know.
The less I know, the less I have to be responsible for it.
Yeah, so she didn't need to know. And then when they come back and they're like, well, you know, Norma, remember when we talked about this the last time? She goes, did we?
Oh, see, I would know. I would remember. I mean, is that right?
So I'm laughing about this, but it's really important that you do it. And one of the reasons it's important, and I'm going to, you know, I can talk about my mom. And she had her product line and she sold, but she could never sell like me because she wasn't doing a lot of communication. Of course, I didn't know that at the time. So if her umbrella was 6 or 7 items, that was it. Mine, if I had 6 or 7 items and they're talking, I started to have this conversation of, it's nice to be so yeah, you like that? So of course that got added to my product line. Wow, yeah. So that's what we're looking for. Check. I add that to my product line. People tell me what they like, what they want. We had this guy that sell snow cone, and he's getting older, shave ice at the time. And he wasn't coming around anymore. And a few customers keep saying to me, they're like, oh, I miss, you know, X, Y, and Z because we don't get any, especially on Sunday after church, it's so quiet and weird. Nobody want to run to the store, but it would be nice when you come around, at least the kids would come outside and get it, and they would get, he used to make homemade ice cream too, and, you know, and nobody else was making it in my area on my list. So now I only sell it, we call it ice blocks, custard blocks. I only sell it every Sunday. And so, of course, people waiting all week to get custard blocks. But the key to it was, because it was sold on Sunday, the price was premium and people paid in advance. So it's never on my hand. And so I would develop other products that they're asking for. And I'm bringing that to the forefront because when you communicate with people, that's what happens. You get to give them exactly what they need. And then you get to add a little bonus on top. But really and truly, if somebody's asking for something that is not available close by, and you are able to give it to them as part of your services, there is another column of income that's going to come in. And you have to do very little work because, in my case, they paid in advance. And so, therefore, I'm buying the product, I'm making it, and I didn't come out of my pocket to invest in it. Well, as a business owner, you got to pay attention. I'll talk about that later, where you're not just lumping up all the money now and say, you know what, this is what I need from, at least from me. Business people, lots of them don't like this style, but this is my style. So my 6 days a week, money still stayed 6 days a week. And my bonus Sunday money, I had jobs for that. So I would never incorporate it in there. So if I didn't need, if I didn't decide to do anything on that Sunday, if I was too tired or I took it off, it wasn't part of my salary. It wasn't part of what I expected. So I'm not falling short.
That's
also you get it's all these sort of things. It's speech when you get new money, when you get more money added on. Sometimes we think that it makes sense because then I could. And let me tell you, when you get new money, everything up in the air appears that you can spend it on. That's just a fact. So you have to be aware. Going back to why we did budget first, because we get to cover where things
go. I'd like for you go. Perhaps we can in a future episode, how to set your salary.
Okay, I can do that.
As a
business owner,
yeah,
you can do that.
Yeah, how to set your salary.
Okay, noted down, friends. So
I did. I have it starred right there. So, Caren.
Oh, thank you, Donna.
And okay, we're ready for the next point. And
okay,
yeah, go ahead.
So number 4 is assessing your buyer and uncovering their wants and needs. Partially what I covered before. Right?
Assessing or assisting?
Assessing.
Okay.
Assisting. Sorry.
I thought you said assisting when we first started out. Okay.
Yeah. Assisting your buyer.
Okay, not assessing. Okay.
Yeah, assisting and uncovering their wants and needs. And the reason why you're assisting them, it's because you ever talk to somebody or you're somewhere and they're confused about what they want or need. This happens to people. And it's not because they don't know, or sometimes they really don't. Let me retry. They know, but it's so deep in them that they feel they don't know. I was talking to my mom this morning. We were talking about it. There's a lot of things about us as people that we feel afraid of owning. Different power. I came to Canada, I was light skinned and I got dark. And when I started getting dark, it was strange to see my face when I wake up in the morning. It's a fact. But to speak of that with people, they're like, well, what are you talking about? You're black, what is it a big deal? But it's a big deal to me because I've never seen myself that dark. That's not I have a problem with being dark. I just haven't seen myself that dark. And so to own it and have a conversation about it, it kind of was like a no-no in certain circles, and it was few I had. But I had to be bold enough, and I had another friend who started speaking on it before I did. She's like, I know it's getting dark. I'm like, yeah. And then when I started to notice it, because my arms here start changing, like here would be dark, and then it would happen, and then the whole thing would speak out and stuff. And so to have that conversation with people, who's darker with, it's like, what is the big deal with you? And for the people who probably is of a lighter complexion, they're like, you're trying to get over it. That's not the point. The point was me trying to understand how I'm living with this new me. And it's a fact. It's a new way that I'm seeing myself. Nothing else is wrong with inside of me, but this is where I'm seeing my face and myself. Also, at the same time, I had brown hair, and my hair started changing into black hair, if you will. So there was 2 things happening at once, and I was feeling really out of sorts. Like, that's the only way I could put it. I was looking at this girl that I grew up with all the time, and now things are changing. And I didn't dye my hair. I just got up and I don't have it. I just got up and I look at myself and I don't look like the way I used to look. It's not good or bad. It's just, it's new and it's strange. And I'm freaking out. And I already don't have anybody close to me here to tell them freaking out about it. And I don't want to just keep it inside. So of course, being Caren, I'm just talking about it because once I talk about it, then it's, it's less freaking out inside and more of, okay, well, this is where I'm at. This is what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. This is what it's going to look like now. But the process I'm talking about. So why am I saying this? What this has to do with sales? Because You have to bring things out of people sometimes that they're not ready yet to address. And it's hard for them. And so our job is to be patient with them and just knock them out of the water. And I mean, Fern, you know this. There's people probably going to look at houses with you. And they know what they want, but they might be able to express it fully to you. And so now you're on this journey taking them to several different houses. And part of them is not even about the house. It's just something that's happening within them that they haven't found the words to communicate to you. And then when you finally get them there, you're like, you could have just told me it's the kind of house you want. But they themselves couldn't tell you because they hadn't gotten to this place yet. It's such a finite thing. It's sometimes you feel like you don't have words for it.
Yep.
Right? You don't have words. No, but you can't explain it. Until you get there, you can't explain it to them. And so some people say, well, find out if they have the money, find out if this is what they're looking, this is going to help them in their business. And sometimes it's covering all three of those things. But something within their personal, that's why I always go back to whatever you feel personally, showcases itself up again in your business, whether you sell it or you buy it. In fact, so whatever's happening to them that they haven't dealt with, haven't even realized that they need to deal with it, they can now buy your service. They can't hear you. You can't get to them. So your job is finding a way to uncover that. And that's why you're assisting them doing it. You're helping them go through that process. And you have to ask a whole bunch of questions, obviously, to get them to do that. Like if it was somebody else in business, you'll ask them where they are in their business, what stage of their business they're in. And some people will say to you, well, what stage? I mean, I started my business 5 years ago. But did you really? Because you might have an idea 5 years ago. And 2 years ago, you might start a plan. But did you actually start your business? And that's why on Fire Talk, I talk about it. You need to know when you start your business so you can celebrate the anniversary of the business. So you can truly know how long you were in business. So you can truly understand if the business did make you money and it was just hobby. So you can stop the nonsense and say, that was my hobby phase. And in 2018, April the 5th, I opened, this business. And you start tracking.
I think that is an excellent suggestion. If you have not been tracking your finances, if you haven't been tracking your business and you kind of been dibbling and dabbling with it, mark today as the day that you've launched your business. Note it in your calendar. And then this is your business birthday.
Yep. So next year you can celebrate it, and you can celebrate, and you're being once too, and you can celebrate knowing that, my business, I had it for a year and I only made $50. I answer the question really. Why, before we'll go back to the client, but let's talk about ourselves, right? Why did I only make $2,000 for a whole year? This is where the honest part has to come in. Did I sell to anybody? Did I network? Did I prepare my product? Did I know that know my product well enough to sell it? Was I hiding? Is it because I don't want to sell? And honestly, if you don't want to sell, you need to stay in a job because you can't have a business. You need to stay in a job. And then you need to pay a sales rep to sell for you. So you're working to pay the sales rep to make money in your business. I know it sounds crazy, because it is. But if that's what you think you need to do, that's what you need to do. But you better be working for enough to cover your bills, pay a sales rep to grow your business. Nothing is wrong with our model. I build our model just because I love to build you guys like systems model, just to see how things make sense for people and just to understand other people and just to understand the resistance, because selling is very somebody putting up a resistance and say, hey, not me, I can't do that. I'm the kind of salesperson, my mom will tell you, I got friends who come eat me, and I'm like, I can say a spoon of rice. And then my face just to dry. I can say a spoon of rice, 3 spoons of rice is 75 cents. You want gravy on it? Comfortably. But most people don't do that. And people will say, nobody's going to buy it. Yeah, you love buy it. I sell rice. I sell cooked rice. I sell by the spoon. You can buy it.
That is called an island girl hustle.
Yes.
And because you don't let opportunity go by. They don't value that little bit. Say again, Terry.
Yeah, because they're just going to go down the street and get it from somewhere else.
Thank you, Terry.
What I hear you saying about assisting your buyer is, it sounds like you have to stop looking at sales as presenting a product and just say, do you want to buy, versus, well, what are you looking for? And I always wonder why they ask this question in the store when you go into department stores.
Yes.
Well, what are you looking for? Do you have something special coming up?
Yes.
And so they're really trying to guide me.
Yes.
But they don't know where to guide me.
Yes.
Because they don't know, are you looking for a specific color? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
all of that is assisting me.
Yes.
So orange, if I'm there for something yellow. So let's just go yellow section. And now let's have a conversation. Do you like your arms out? Do you like your arms in? What?
Exactly. And then they'll say, do you want earrings? Do you have any earrings at home? Do you wear a necklace? Are you in love with things on your wrists? And they start, and you now leave there with a dress, an earring, necklace,
shoes, right. The whole ensemble. And
yes, that's a good tale. It's pulling out their desires because they haven't really thought about it.
And that's what. So in the case of vegan travel, I would have, and I believe she does because she's been doing this a while, but having a shall I say, or script that you know the questions to ask. So when I do it for real estate, so do you have financing or will you be paying cash? Now I know which direction to send them. Okay. All right. So we now know. So what is it? How much are you looking to spend? What area? What neighborhood? Do you want a place for the dog? Do you need, pool to be able to pull that information out of them so that you can help them make a quality decision?
So you can assist them. Yes. Looking in the right neighborhood, at the right houses, meet the desires. And that's what you said, Caren. You said pull out their desires. And when you're doing that, Fran, you're pulling out their desires.
Their desires, not the fact that you can't do this that Caren is talking about with money as your leading factor. You cannot do that. You can't ask questions on how to help them if you're like, because then if you on the other side where some people do, they'll just sell them any old thing just to get the sale.
Mm-hmm. But then they're not growing their businesses because that is so short-lived.
Yes.
You are just
you got to do that every week.
I have told people, look, I cannot sell you this garment. This is not the color for you. It washes you out, or you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not gonna let you buy that.
No.
And then
that's why different skin tone.
You're not gonna say this to me. I said no. And I have a selfish reason too, is because if you look bad in it, people say,
and see, that's the thing I tell my clients. If your eyes do not sparkle when we walk in this house, like, yes, this is the one, we keep shopping. Because Fran's name is not going to be on Francine's home in his house. I really didn't want it. That will not be a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to get what you want.
Yes.
And I'm going to help you discover. That's what I think it is. We're helping them discover what they want.
Sales is not this crazy pressure and that we put ourselves in. Really, truly, we put ourselves in it because we didn't dissect it. And that's what I'm really doing today, is just this whole month. We're going to be dissecting sales, how we sell it, how we do it, why we do it, and why it's important for you to do, because this is your bloodline. This leads to your heart. If your blood is not pumping, you are making no money. at all. And yes, as Fern says, you can go in saying, I'm forced to tell you, you need to know how much sales you need per month, per week, however you sell, so that you make your mark. That's a fact. But it can't be the only thing that you're doing. I need to make $5,000 this month. I don't care what happens, I'm going to make $5,000 this month. Trust me, you're making $5,000 this month because that's your own income.
Okay, now I need to reframe this. So now I'm looking at, they have those Indiana Jones movies.
Mm-hmm.
What are those people called? Are they called explorers or adventurers or what?
He was an archaeologist and he was an explorer.
Explorer. And see, that's the word that came to my mind. So we are really like
guides,
basically. Tour guides, explorers. We're here to help you navigate a path to where you want to go.
You might want to go to your outcome. And I think that's why I never really see myself as a great salesperson, that sort of thing. And I love conversational selling. That's why I tell you guys, that's how I've always sold. I'm more of a soft seller. Mm-hmm. I'm not the hardcore, if you buy this now, you're going to blow up and get to the sky kind of.
And we're helping you blaze a path to a brave new world. What do they say up on Star Trek, friend?
Well, kind of like new worlds.
Places you've never been before.
We're going to explore new worlds because sometimes the people like, okay, when somebody wants a new outfit because they want to upgrade their look. Mm-hmm. We're saying that this is a whole new you. You had to have a whole new wardrobe because of the change. That's a new wardrobe. That's a new everything. When I went blonde, I'm makeup now. So I needed.
It changes things.
So I have to have somebody navigate me through this to help me find the right makeup, and I can't wear what I was wearing before. It's not working like that.
Really, yeah, you are on. I couldn't wear it. I used to love. Right, there's something I had lime green on my wardrobe, mm-hmm. and two other colors that just the change of my complexion of my hair made me look terrible. There's no question. I look myself in the mirror. What the hell happened? So I got rid of it.
Yeah,
this is stuff what happened to people. I mean, we're talking about putting and changing color in the hair, but this is what happened to people also. Also, if you're in a business and the business is draining the hair, you anymore. Something through the journey of that business has changed you, and you need new ground. And you might be fighting and screaming, but you need new ground because you're going to sell better in the new ways, in the new skin, in the new hair, in the new whatever.
Yeah.
Because you've outgrown that which you had before. No matter how great it was, you've outgrown it. And it's hard. It's hard when you realize you've outgrown something that you loved.
But change is always happening, and you have to make the switch. You have to make you got to make the change in order for you to grow. And it's a discovery, and discovery can be fun.
Yes, it is a discovery.
And that's, I think, we also, when you're talking about assisting your buyer, and helping them discover what it is that's going to help them be better, make it fun for them.
Yeah.
Make the discovery process fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sales,
and those things really help you and the client. When you don't feel that, and that's what's sticking in their head. So they're thinking for the buyer. And so sometimes you kick people away that really want to buy from you because you're so much in your head thinking that A, they can't afford it, B, they don't really want what you have, enough for them, and all those other.
I think too, sometimes we just go there way too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Or they take you there. Well, how much is it?
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to know how much it is, you want to have that conversation with them because they're a bottom line person.
Yes. And you say to them, when people ask me, I said, when anytime, that's what I learned. When sales are on point. When somebody asks me price right away, I said, "Are you a price shopper or you're a quality shopper?"
I like that. I like that response. Are you looking for price or quality?
Yeah, because you get a conversation out of them. I mean, some of them might walk away, but the majority you'll get a conversation out of them. And it really lets you know who that person is and if you want to serve them. Because we keep thinking that we have to serve everybody. You could not.
I do not believe that. I do not believe that I serve everybody.
But I like that. Are you shopping for price or are you shopping for quality? And what's going to work with you? And see, if you've done your homework, like in step 1, and you've done your preparation, you'll know who your avatar, when we say avatar, who that client, that ideal client, that's your avatar. That's the one that you know that you're supposed to be talking to. If you know who that is, when you get down to that person who's asking you up front, okay, so how much does it cost? Are you shopping for price? Or are you shopping for quality? And then they answer you. Then you'll know whether or not you're working with them.
And you can let them know, well, you know, that is not what I do. I do X, Y, and Z, or I do this. Then, you know, we can work together because that's who I serve. And I would recommend so-and-so if that's what you're looking for. I'm not going to leave you hanging, but it's just not in my repertoire. So I'm not mad about it.
No. And then you don't have to be mad if you have already done your preparation and you know who you are. You know, okay, no, I don't do shoes. You probably need to go.
And you know if you know who you are, you know who you aren't.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
And so can you recap the 4 points for us again, please?
Yes. So number 1 was preparation, and that's really product knowledge. And number 2 is prospecting, and that's networking either in group, by yourself, or at an event. And number 3 was creating a relationship, which is communication and people skills. If you don't have, go get some, because it's very important. You really want to. And assisting your buyer and uncovering their wants and needs so that you can serve them better.
It's number 4.
Wow. Okay, so you know we've learned a lot today. And I'm going to ask you to take away one thing today that you've learned. Either you're going to, put something in process to make this, if you haven't been tracking, this is your business birthday today and begin tracking. Or you're going to go out and research and understand your product better. Or you're going to go network and set up time to go out 2 hours and meet some people and talk about what you do. Have a conversation about what you do or what you sell, or you're going to create some relationships. Okay, because some of you all have clients already. You have people on your Facebook or your Twitter, and you haven't talked to them in I don't know how long. Start having conversations with people. And then lastly, go out and help your buyers discover what they need and help them get to a point where they want to write you a check because you've helped them solve a problem. But they need you. They really do need you. Coach Caren, you've always bringing us value and nuggets and things. And we definitely appreciate it. So if you're not following Coach Caren and you're watching this by the replay, please go look for her at Island Girl Hustle on Twitter, Coach Caren on Facebook, Instagram, and follow her. She's got, I like your little
Island Girl Hustle actually everywhere now. You can find me at Island Girl Hustle.
Island Girl Hustle, all right now. Authenticity, I love it.
I love it. And here's the other thing: if you see a hustle going on, snap a picture and post it.
I love that one, Francine, that you posted in the group. I love that one.
We saw this dude I was like, oh, now that's a hustle right there. He had his little pots lined up. I said, I got to snap that one. Doing yeah, they were doing strawberries and stuff, but this dude right here was a different one. I was like, oh, I got to get this picture. So,
yes, I liked it when I liked it. And so for next week, we'll be covering, we'll talk about demonstrating, we'll handle objections, closing, and follow through. Because I really want you to take the first 2 weeks and actually do something with it. So that's why I'm going to rush you. I'm not rushing you, but I'm getting you into the motion. And this is strictly, you can use it both ways, but this is mainly offline I'm talking about. Focus on online. Online is a little different, and people are intimidated a lot with online because they're not a person, and it takes a while. And it's online seems easy. I'm in my house, you don't have to do anything. It's double the work.
Okay, so
online is double the, but you still get results. You have.
So next week we'll talk about demonstration and what?
Demonstrating. Number 2 would be handling objections. I'm going to give you little scenarios. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about closing, how to close the sale. I'll give you a couple of scenarios because sometimes people always say that to me, can you talk about this and that, but I don't know how to close the sale. I don't know what to say next. I don't know what to say. I thought that would be something good to talk about.
So we'll be in the lab tomorrow. I mean, next week. We won't be just talking about it. We'll be in the lab doing this. Good. And we can do some role playing if we need to, so we can have people understand. That's the demonstration.
Yes. I was thinking we could do some role playing.
Okay,
so we can
cool.
do that, because that would be nice to see it, see what we're talking about to understand it, and the follow through, because sometimes you close a sale and then it just tanks. And how to pick up the pieces, how to get back to the customer. That's the follow through. Because people say yes to you, people say they sign up with you, and then they call you, and they're like, oh, there's no way I want to do anymore. And you, if you're not sure, you can figure out. So we're covering those 4 next week. Again, this month is exciting. It's sales month. It's bringing money into your business. And we do it nice, simply, and just practical, and show you how to have fun with it and not be so in the pressure cooker to get it. At least that's what I try to do when I come in and teach.
Hey,
so
cool.
much. I'm ready to circle the wagons and lead this wagon train across the desert to help people trailblaze into new territory by discovering what it is they need in their wagon.
Yeah.
Take the journey.
I'm telling you.
I don't have to take the journey. I just have to help you stock your wagon. Here's what you need, boo.
I love what you do. I come and I chop, and you take it and you just turn it into yummy.
Because you have to have a picture of what we're really talking about that we can relate to.
Yes.
And so you're coming, you say, I'm taking this journey. I don't even know what I need. It's my first time, going to the gold mines, and, I'm from the city. I bought this wagon and I'm moving my whole family. We don't know what the heck we're doing. What do I need? Well, you're going to need something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And now you're having a conversation with the guy in the general store. And he better know what prospectors need, because he's in the business of supplying.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I get it. So we're here to help you and
Build a profitable business that's fun to run.
Yeah, that's what we do. And to take the hassle
out of your hustle.
Love it.
All righty then. So we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be talking health and wellness and keeping us, fit and trim. So we'll see you then. And then Friday we'll be talking tech. Please send us. We need to talk about.
I know.
A lots to talk about in tech. So we will see you tomorrow, and then on Friday, then we'll be back Monday. Sherry Burton Ways will be talking to us about our interior space. So thank you, everybody. Looking forward to hearing more from you. So thank you so much, everybody. We'll talk to you again soon.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Caren. See you later.
Welcome. Don't forget to go to the front of your line.
There you go. Thank you.
All righty then.
I love it.
Bye-bye.